don't know," Emily whispered, her voice trembling. "There's something downstairs." Together, they crept down the stairs, the house groaning around them. The temperature had dropped even further, and the air felt thick with dread. As they reached the bottom of the stairs, they saw something that made their blood run cold. In the middle of the living room, a figure stood. It was a woman, dressed in tattered white clothing, her long matted hair hanging over her face. Her arms were outstretched, and her mouth moved as though she were speaking, but no sound came out. Emily froze, her heart racing. "What is that?" Before Tom could answer, the figure turned slowly toward them, her hollow eyes staring directly into theirs. A cold breeze rushed past them, and the woman began to float toward them, her movements jerky and unnatural. "Run!" Tom yelled, grabbing Emily's arm. They bolted for the door, but as they reached the threshold, it slammed shut with a deafening bang. The woman's whispers grew louder, now a cacophony of voices, all speaking at once. Emily could feel the air thickening, her chest tightening as though something was pressing down on her. She couldn't breathe. In a moment of sheer panic, she tried to break open the door, but it wouldn't budge. The woman was getting closer, her outstretched hands reaching toward them. Tom grabbed a nearby lamp and threw it at the door. It shattered against the wood, and for a moment, they thought they might be able to escape. But then, the woman screamed, a sound that reverberated through the entire house. It was deafening, a noise so loud and filled with torment that it felt like their very souls were being ripped apart. The room spun, and everything around them began to distort, the walls bending, the shadows growing long and twisting. In that instant, the house seemed to come alive, its dark history reaching out, suffocating them in its grip. The next morning, the Blackwell house stood silent once more, the sun shining through the cracked windows. But Tom and Emily were gone. No one knew where they went or what happened to them, but the house still stood at the end of the road, waiting for the next pair of